Good afternoon. It's so calm in here. Let's try this again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There we go. All right, so I am so glad to welcome you to the Shacoom Poetry Showcase. I am your stage manager for the afternoon. We have wonderful art for you this evening, or afternoon rather, and it's going to be amazing, okay? We're excited. There we go. This is going to be a show that is engaging. This requires you to engage at points. So engage, but don't distract. You see? Because sometimes we have a tendency. All right. And so we have 3 opening acts that are going to give us some wonderful poetry. We will take a brief intermission after so that we can get the stage set up. And then after, Shacoom will come and grace us with all the wonderful things. All right. If your cell phone is set to the position where when somebody sends you a text message or calls you, we can hear it, that's not good, okay? So if you could silence your cell phone, check it just in case, because we do not want to, what is the word I'm looking for? We don't want to distract from the art, all right, good people? So glad you are here. Welcome to the theater. Let's have a great afternoon, shall we? All right. And great. Bye now.
How y'all living? Good to see y'all. Y'all look good. Y'all look good. So the first piece I'm gonna do. My name is Mo. Nice to meet y'all. It's good to see y'all. Woo! They not. The first piece I'm gonna do today is called Holiday, an ode to Amy Winehouse. June 18, 2017, I was introduced to a different kind of a holiday. Here I was swinging in the summer breeze, I done seen Billy a mile away. As the bell rung, the choir congregated to conduct the final song. Here I realized I done died about 100 times, but here I couldn't say goodbye with words. These terrified tears wanted to make one last call. I looked within myself with so much regret, I began feeling like a complete traitor to this here boy. I never once tended to this cause, and yet here I am pleading for help before this grand fall. This was the time he decided he wanted to deal the cards. Sit down with me, he says. Here I began to learn that there was never a safe bet in this life. I was called to somewhere new, so far removed when I was raised through, blinded from seeing I was treading a twisted track, and what are the odds of a sun crawling out from a black hole, a supernova? I done died about 100 times. I done told my friends and family to go back to the world as I done fell back to black. This final time I couldn't say goodbye. A wine house was my favorite place to thrive on lies. As the night began to fade out, I felt myself decompose. This once safe place was filled with these kind of woes. As the pure essence of life came into play for this time, my functionality became disarrayed. I felt I was being pulled from all directions. My soul stripped to shreds for an introspective inspection, had me looking like, God, what the fuck? This is something I should never question. I was always told it was absolutely disrespectful, but yet I hear this echo. Show me you want to die more than I want you alive, and here I'll let you ride. We stared at each other. My voice begins to shudder. These oceans fill my body with waves. These oceans fill my body, the waves bleed through my eyes. And there he stood, with a smirk that didn't translate to the joy I knew. This here was the joy of knowing that I wasn't going to win against him, and he was excited to know that I was going to lose. As I begin to softly weep, my voice shudders. He responds with a hearty laugh, saying, "It's okay, man, I promise." I raise my arms with despair, and he raises his with a hope that I couldn't grasp, so with an immense amount of love that I didn't have with him. I started to question, why won't he just let me fall? Why can't I just be done with this already? A moment in this matrix, I heard a captain yell, "Knuckle up!" I heard the smile behind his exclamation, and he couldn't wait to bring me back to life. Thank you. So a lot of the pieces I did write over time feel like a soliloquy type of thing. Like a very introspective perspective on who and what I could and who I was meant to be. So a lot of these things kind of take places at different times, at different points in this overall completion of me. This other one that I've written was kind of related to this African proverb that y'all might have heard, the child neglected by the village and burning down to fill his warmth. And as many times as I've heard that proverb and kind of seen it expressed in real time, it definitely changed my life for a whole lot of ways. So this I've only been able to call the prophecy's child. But I'll start this with saying, moved by these winds of thought, see the emotions of what the ocean brought. Ask yourself, what does ground you? And do the desires that yearn from your fires burn true? See, now I done looked in the face of the African Proverbs child. What I thought was the sun rising was their fires burning for miles. You see, I sat with glee at first, but they ran once they sensed the heat. I wondered how dark it must have been for them to want to burn up a light this bright. I ran to look for them, but was lost in their tracks. I looked back and seen a broken latch, confused at this token left. A shirt smeared in blood mixed with the tears that had wept from the silent cries that crept. I asked myself, why were they kept locked inside? A realization of true manifestations of people's desires are often ignored by their pride. Salvation doesn't always come with ease, ripping deep-rooted fears from false trees grown. Fears of seeing how love was mishandled and what they'd have to dismantle. Fears of the masses of innocence trampled once they lit these candles. The fears of a light showing things they did not know. A fear of a light shining the conditions that kept them submissive to some system. A light that would scope the land out and figure four pathways of a twisted storm to an exit before the apocalypse's horsemen came to collect them. And of course, this is something they would neglect under some proclamation like ignorance is bliss. I guess they wouldn't know how much of what consumed them. He became a part of them, a poison that built this nest deep in the lion's den. And of course, they took the pride in it. Wear the mask of it to hide in it. It's like venom, it's only a matter of time before this symbiote tries to fit around the vessel of the loved one and close your eyes to it. And because so, it wasn't going to be taken serious, denigrating these cries and calling them delirious. Of course, this child would grow to be furious. I sought to track the tracks some more, became to no success no matter how I tried. I'm sure you can then guess not too long after I began this search, I realized when they said their goodbyes. The body bid its farewell and gave itself to the space. The ignition of this element was the cost of the final message. The crescendos of despair showed in the flame's conviction. No longer was there mending of what was missing. The only thing left was the room for wishful thinking. With one last whisper in the wind, can anyone feel me sinking to the deep end? This must be the end. Thank you.
Soleil. I'm just go straight into my poem. Is that right? Yeah. I think I need some time away. I took a little time. I pray and I'ma be alright. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay. I used to hate the color yellow. Now I've made it gold. I've wrapped myself in refinement. Smelled what it means to really love my skin, shea butter, and jojoba oil. Incense from Walmart stirs Summer and November, growth in its purest form, gold, like my melanated mama. Swift and cunning like Oshun's rivers, deep and complex like Marie Laveau and her bayous. It took me some time. I had forgotten how to use my words, how to speak my truth, forgotten how to plant my feet firmly. I guess that's why I couldn't step into my power. My yellow world was looking piss poor, and I didn't know how to make it bright again. I figured I was destined to stay murky, and I was lonely. He no longer calls me Mon Soleil, and yet here I am. I am still shining on my own terms. I'm rooted, I'm gold, like chunky chains and grills could have $10 to my name, and I'll still feel as rich as my samosa. I struggled, but I'm still here, still fighting, still smiling, still learning it is okay to cry too, okay to feel defeated, to not feel like my best self, to look in the mirror and see nothing but perfection, only to take a picture in my camera telling me something completely different. I am not perfect, but I swear my light says otherwise. Charisma is oozing from my pores like sweat and sundresses. I guess I'm just slick-tongued like that golden, like sunrise on Rish's windows in the morning. I'm fresh as baked goods, soft as I want to be. I'm tough when I need to. Gold. I am well past royalty. This is infinite swagger. This here is mine to keep, my precious cargo of confidence. I thought I had buried deep. I taught myself how to turn rejection into a weapon, how to regurgitate affirmations like an automatic turned the bullet points in my notebook into ammo. I used this poem to heal myself in ways I thought was damn near impossible. I needed this. I had gotten way too used to accepting bronze. Started to convince myself that that's what I deserved. Like gold wasn't my birthright. Like the crown on my head wasn't passed down for generations. Like each curl wasn't a map back to where I came from. Swear to God, ain't nobody got nothing on me right now. I bet if I reached up, I'd be able to touch the sky, because that's just how powerful I am. Bet if you peel back every layer of me, you see that I was solid. I'm 24 carats. Nikki G said it best. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. Period. This is the last time I questioned my worth. The last time I let sterling silver tell me they are more valuable than I am today. I choose to channel my inner Ebony Stewart. Leave a mental note that says, can't nobody tell me I'm not the ish but me. I'm literally just getting started. Besides, real gold, well, that lasts forever anyway. Ashley. So I do have two other pieces. I'm gonna let y'all choose. Somebody was like, well, first of all, it is an interactive thing. You can make noises, you can hoot and holler and, stomp, whatever you gotta do. If you feel it, please show us, cause, yeah. Would y'all rather me do a piece from my notebook? Do you want to hear a letter from the me that died, or hexes to my exes? Hexes to my exes. So I'm hearing hexes. Hexes to my exes. After Rachel Wiley and Sierra Freeman. Oh, ex-lover. I heard you think I don't still wish you things. And I do. I wish you a whole lot of shit, actually. Like eternally ashy skin. I wish you white knees every time you throw on a pair of shorts. Elbows. So chafed, shea butter, cocoa butter, Jamaican castor oil, can't even fix it. I wish you, every time you go on a peaceful walk, you step on every single crack you see. And it breaks your back, because your mom actually seems like a really nice person. And she doesn't deserve that hospital bill. I wish you crease Jordans after every purchase. Right. Counterfeit Nikes with the jump man doing the splits and a peace sign. I hope every new sneaker you buy gives you flat feet and bunions. I wish you a barber that's never available. And whenever he forgets to use alcohol afterwards, hope he pushes your hairline to the back of your neck. I hope you go bald for real. And your beard stops connecting. I hope the razor bumps scan your face for the rest of your life. You can never find your aftershave. I wish you chapped lips. Hope the next kiss you have feels like sandpaper and Velcro. I wish you so much. So much. But I wish myself so much more. I wish I had listened to my instincts the first time it told me I did not like you. You was just fine. Wish all the affection I had given to you, I poured into myself, I got out of character, I played the villain, I took on all the responsibility of such an unhealthy dynamic, I couldn't even see that you had me messed up over and over again, putting me in the dumbest situation over and over again. I wish I would have left you where I found you. Deep in my fantasy, see, you are a wizard with a potion of potential, so potent it made it harder for me to swallow your words. Your actions were feeding the illusion. You had me taking the high road, staying quiet for way too damn long. I may not be a saint, but I wasn't the only one that was wrong. You liked watching me need you. Love spelled out all over my face. I looked past the war locked in your spirit. I hope the omen I ignored was something I could fix with just a little bit of black girl magic. You tried to burn me at the stakes. You let those rumors like flames get higher and higher, enjoyed seeing me shed all of my layers until I was completely bare, naked, and ready to rise from the ashes. I don't think you expected for me to be the same witch you conjured up. I call that trial and error, a siren that would bellow out all of her indiscretion. See, I claimed my power back. I reversed the spell you had on me and saw you for who you really are. I mean, you really were just a body. Definitely weren't an ex. And at this point, what do I look like wasting energy on a hex? Boy, I'll be damned. You're not worth my good karma. You are not worth the evil eyes and all that damn drama. Ex-lover. I heard you think I don't still wish you things. And I don't. I don't care enough to. Why would I grant you all of me if what you came with was empty hands, a lack of charm, and absolutely nothing to offer? Ashe. Yes, my name is Soleil. I want to thank Ibrahim for having me here. He is a really amazing friend for me, and I'm so happy that I get to share this experience with him because, shout out to the 30s. So, yeah. Hope y'all have a good day, and thank you.
Blessings, how y'all doing? I sure forgot it was Ibrahim's birthday. I'm thinking about the show. I'm like, this is the show day. No, this is his born day. So, my name is Cyde, CYDE.effect. Big shout out to Ibrahim, known him for the past couple years. Trailblazer, one of our trailblazers here in the A. If you don't feel that way, we'll talk outside. Really appreciate it. I got 2 pieces for y'all. That's cool, say cool. Cool. 40 years, 40 days and 40 nights. We've been wandering through these lands like mules through the desert in search of 40 acres, wasting time, resources, tools, and opportunities, all in search of a promise. We walk through these lands, gradually losing sight of our compass, by refusing to affirm our faith in the distance, losing our conscience, leaving stains on our spirits. To its giants feel a sense of allure and fulfillment, all while we cower in fear, watching these characters in cosplay feast on our appetites, flavored by a false sense of self-esteem. Forced to face Goliath as he savors our fear and failure, how ruthless his rap is. Perched on a platform from not just Jerusalem to Damascus, but from YouTube, X, Clubhouse, and various podcasters. These systems are served up on a platter disguised as solutions for the famished. Force-feeding us fast food for thought, only to leave us in famine. As they flood the net with more traffic, each band of bandits intends only to extend our bandwidth of false sense of fulfillment. Focused only on bands, getting the bag, and breaking their glass ceilings, but they'll never break our spirits with our faith affirmed in the distance. we stand immune to their schemes. Faith affirmed in a distance exists to fuel our dreams. Faith affirmed equates to firm steps on the right track. Faith affirmed manifests firm fists to fight back, leaving the necks broken humility. As forelocks are palm rolled into submission by face palms pelt from embarrassment. As stones shot from slings collapse the thrones of two-faced giants, deceived by their lack of humility. Hypocrites believe that all is possible by way of their utility, as they willingly neglect the work of the one who sees these self-proclaimed deities be blind to reality. As the absence of adherence to universal morality, the ultimate source of our anatomy, so intrinsic, this is that to which we are bound to the mission. Entrusted the helm toward the grandest divisions, blessed to be amongst the blessed civilians, blessed with resilience, blessed to become both the living proof and a witness of gardens beneath which rivers flow, as mentioned in Innocence, gardens in the presence of reality, truth, and justice, gardens where the breath of life is an inhaled promise, present in every land, present in every body, present in every conscious and unbroken spirit living pristine in God's presence. Heaven is not just the place for which we are destined or pray for acceptance, but it's also the present for us passing our test in the desert, a reward for remaining in reverence through every storm we have weathered, and home to the answers of every question as our souls are satisfied, fed, and blessed with protection. Thank you. This last poem is called Success. And I wrote this poem, Success, as the fourth poems in a series of 7 that I wrote that comprised my first poetry book, If You Only Knew, where I wrote about each of the principles of Kwanzaa, really expanded upon them individually. For success, I wanted to focus on cooperative work in economics specifically. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Success. What is our definition of success? Is our success defined by the present conditions that can change faster and faster every second? Is our success defined by the consistent change in the subjective truth projected through others? Or is our success defined by the ever-changing salary that which we happily slave our lives over? If so, how will we come to know of our true meaning of success if we're unable to sacrifice for some change in our pride? Our pride is what we think keeps us alive, but by locking ourselves in that safe space of success, we're unable to be active in the process of remaining objective and honest, unable to be aware of this world's illusion of success, which seeks to influence the very nature inside us. Through a whisper into our hearts, refusing to submit to the foundations of our intuitive knowledge. You see, the illusion can be Ujamaa, cooperative work in economics, while true success be absolute. So true success be asamid, though a veil thicker than the physical universe may lie between these words and your conscious. Let me attempt to make our success more apparent as both a warning sign and a promise. Success was already present in our presence before our birth on the first day. We get to see success like a parent that grounded us into this earth in the first place. While already in first place, we become further rooted into this quantum of success as we fast. This solace of success provides shade during the days of our last. This is when the complete opposite of success is expected for those that project, then resurrect their own wrath. Doesn't the success of a diamond lie dormant within the darkness of our unpressurized carbons? Doesn't the success of a coconut palm lie dormant within the darkness of our seeded soils? Doesn't the success of a new moon lie dormant within the darkness of our natural universe? Through these examples, I've shown how logical it is to know of our potential for success, though it will be unseen. Doesn't the benevolence of the vast universe remain present as we bask in the lunar luminance of our full moon? Doesn't the brilliance of a coconut palm's journey still have value as we honor the succulent flavor of our fruits? Doesn't the ancient process of a diamond's formation still have meaning as we marvel at our modern structure and expression? Through these examples, I've shown how easy it is to forget about our potential for success while its manifestation is always present in our faces. This exemplifies how logical it is to know true success will ensure that it's first acknowledged in darkness before manifesting itself as our light. True success is an inheritance that only through our human nature we'll see as our birthright. Whether or not we know that our true purpose is towards success, our intentions must remain clear. So how do we make intentions for a destination that we don't even recognize as near? You see? Success be for we that can see this poem as a manifest clue. Because success be creating faith in our purpose of uniting in one piece. If you only knew success. Thank you.
What started as a joke amongst friends blossomed into an avenue for voicing my experiences with self-sabotage and voicing my growth with self-love.
I had my mind bear me alive to a place so deep I didn't think God could hear me breathe. And I believe that I deserve to be here. Stuck by the way of despair. Embarrassed, stuck in shame. Damn. The question of who I am, I'm not worthy. Not worthy of this step, not worthy of this breath, not worthy of this flesh. Prepare your gates, Lord, I'm coming up your steps. The question of where I stand. I've tried to run, to numb, to only be stuck, stunned, bummed, no longer worthy of the warmth of the sun, no longer worthy to be brother or son or friend. I'd often question, why has God forsaken me? But with the grit of my teeth, I was forced to turn to me to see that I have forsaken thee. I jumped off the deep end, ignored the tips to stay afloat when love was sent. I looked God in the eyes 3, 4, 5, 6 times and said, fuck your boat. I choked on pride. I put so many things on dismantle, only for them to dismantle, even lock myself out the healing door when I broke the handle. I'm not tripped, I'm not slipped. I jumped off the deep end, continued to run away from the same thing that I was seeking. I won't blame this on the devil. I have no demons. Sinking deep down to this abyss. Too late to repent. Nothing makes sense. All this makes sense. Nothing makes sense. All this makes sense. Damn. The message has been sent and received. I had my mind bear me alive to a place so deep I didn't think God could hear me breathe. And I believe I deserve to be here. And how dare I proclaim what's unfair when I've been the architect of my own despair, I guess I'll stay here. Down. Casually, let's see. Casually, let's see. Casually, let's see. Now count to 3. Casually, casually, let's see. Now count to 3. I be divinity, relief, internal peace. I be authentically. Let's breathe. Casually, let's see. Now count to 3. I be divinity, relief, internal peace. I be authentically. Let's breathe. Casually, let's see. Now count to 3. I be divinity, relief, internal peace. I be authentically. Let's breathe. 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 Embrace the stillness that our ancestors long for. Breathe. Embrace the stillness that you've been longing for. Breathe. To embrace the blessing. Breathe. To release the excess. Breathe. And to yourself, life, love, stability, assurance. Embrace just to let go. A lullaby for the spirit. A lullaby for the soul.
And I'm like, again and again, the these were the lessons about love that I learned here in the South, in the Southern Black Baptist Church. That sense of what it is to care for the stranger, to move beyond yourself, all of those things. But I think that it's a big challenge when it means us telling the stories that we've been told to keep secret. I mean, I like the chapter in the book on honesty that says, when are we going to face as a nation, and this goes back to our president, that we cannot be loving and tell lies.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, how can I become the actualization of what I could be? Listen, the sound of a loud bell hooked me and rooted my spirit into the heart of intention. The bell sung, we cannot be loving and tell lies. Listen, stop. Within my introspection's reflection, I took a step forth to restore this love the Lord. Let's check the shelf. I'm no longer restricted by the limitations that I placed upon myself. I've let imposter syndrome take for way too long. It's time that I proclaim to reclaim my own name. I've been stained, I've been strained, embraced, released pain too long. I've been tamed, I've drowned in shame, suffocating. I'm committed, I commit to better habits and practice. We talking about practice. Shift to tactics, evolve from famish to avatar status, embracing the nature of the masters. Be kind to the body. Be kind. Listen. How's your heart? How's your mind? Are you present? How long will you continue to ignore your body's language? Give yourself grace. You are deserving. You deserve to be honest with yourself. Listen. The sound of a loud bell hooked me and rooted my spirit into the heart of intention. The bell sung, we cannot be loving and tell lies. Mirror, mirror on the wall, how can I become the actualization of what I could be? Listen. Listen.
Just leave me a message, let me know how much I love you, how much I miss you, how you will most well, how you can.
Umi says, clean. Brush and floss those teeth. Eat your fruits and veggies. Try to remember eating. Drink plenty of water. Cleanse. Tend to your emotion, mental, spirit. Let those who love you love you. Let us tend to you too. Umi says, you are only human. Don't let your mistakes drown you in the pool of your sorrows, in the pool of your insecurities, in the pool of your regrets. They say, Allah knows your heart. They say, Allah is most merciful, but still hold yourself accountable for your decisions. Learn your lesson, commit to growth, be better. Umi says, I still believe in you. There's nothing wrong with dreaming, just make sure it's not the only thing. Umi says, promise me you'll call me. Promise me you'll call me when the weight of life has become too much to bear. Promise me you'll call me. Promise me you'll call me when you've been swallowed and shackled by the voice of your despair. Umi says, your ego can only do so much. Sometimes your ego will put you in holes that you can't dig yourself out of. Don't let your ego stand in the way of your glory. Put your pride aside to let your humanity thrive. Don't let your ego block someone else's story. Put your pride aside to let their humanity thrive. Only says, I am proud of you. You are trying. Don't lose faith. Keep trying. Keep laughing. Keep crying. Sit still, rest, pray. Even if it's not 5 times a day, still pray. You can treat yourself. You can love yourself. Let those who love you love you. Listen. An old head once told me, you may have great qualities, but do you possess quality? How can you be real and know nothing of integrity? How can you be kin and know nothing of accountability? You see, perfection may not exist, but progression is a staple within all culture for service. Where does your passion reside? What's feeding the roots of your foundation? Who do you want to be? You see, I want to be a top dog, but to be a top dog, I need to dig into my ab soul to inspire an educated guy. A schoolboy's cue to see how it ride, but why take time with an even approach? I say Rashad, and to be refined, yes sir, to be reasoned, I'll add a little sizzle, maybe even a little spice, or maybe just let this J rock my mind and elevate my spirit, but I don't smoke for real. A glass of wine is good enough for me. You know, 2 glasses ain't never hurt nobody. But with the glass of wine in my hand, I find myself stuck within this introspection. You see, the love of love sustains me. You see, my black thoughts keep me deeply rooted like I'm black thought. You see, I had an epiphany. You see, that restored clarity to this mystery of me. You see, integrity and truth are essentially the pillars grounded in love's morality. You see, an old head once told me, it's not failure, but low aim that's sin. And regardless of your intentions, the consequences and impacts of your decisions are still very real. Embrace accountability. So with that in mind, I'm aiming high, meditating to restore peace to mind, to define this divine sign. I must take time. I must take some crucial steps, like take this right to see what's left and take a left to make it right. And I won't stop until my insights are insight. Let's take straight flight to ignite this bright light, this flame, or at least a spark. I'm a candle in the dark. I have my sense now. My sense of sight to see that I was the one in the way of my own growth. I've been hiding from myself. My sense of taste tell me swallow and digest the feast so that the essentials are in my blood now. The lessons learned from my failures. My sense of touch tell me finally embrace this love that I've placed on this unreachable pedestal. The love that I feel like I haven't earned. The love that I feel like I've never deserved. Stop trying to live the past. Be at peace with love now. You see, an old head once told me, you may have great qualities, but do you possess quality? I can. I will.
Ever read in my life, and especially as a poet, which we write so much about desire, like even not just romantic desire, but just desire for change, desire for like, I don't know, some kind of utopian world, like
We are the Striver's Row.
Hi, I'm Alicia Harris. Hi, I'm Zora Howard.
What's up, Carlos Lasant?
I'm Jasmine Mance.
Greetings, Joshua Bay. Miles Hodges.
I aspire to inspire. I aspire to inspire. Like the minds that inspired mine, I dreamed a dream like once upon a time I had a vision. A vision of a path that's been paved, followed, nurtured, and blessed by progression. A strive, I suppose. A strive taking my 6 souls that were individually and collectively whole. This was the Striver's Row. The path was miles long, and it seemed like every step I took revealed just how much the foundations had love carved-ins. Each step released smooth tunes that could calm hurricanes and monsoons. Music to my ears. I love a lot of music, but I'm definitely with the jazz men, mans, jazz women, jazz folk too. The music moved me, grooving, soothing. Ah, the heavens choose thee. So graceful. I'm walking, miles past and more miles to go. I begin to flow with the autumn wind, you know. There's a warmth, a peace, a reassurance. It's unfamiliar but comforting. It's the atmosphere of a warm autumn. The path speaks. How art thou? Repenting, I say. With each step I'm embracing myself from the base of my feet to the crown of my head, the mystique. I'm embracing every piece of my being. It's priceless. No matter how small, at least see hair is still significant. It's still bold, it's still me. This DNA can tell tales that's been passed down for centuries. The path speaks. Stay in love. Stay the course. Strive. Oh, love, I pray I don't wake up too soon. I pray I don't wake up too late. Miles past and more miles to go. With each step to replenish, no doubt to my existence with the blood of kinfolk I know that I've been in. I'm blessed to be able to sit still, to compose prayers with hope still, to nurture positive affirmations and speaking things into existence and manifesting. Still, I've been bestowed with the blessed spirit of the stroke, whether it's ink or lead. I'm led by the pen soul. My composition's clean. Dreaming permanence. My pen, man, shipped across the 7 seas and inshallah for safe travels. Yeah, I'm guided by prayer, and blessed be the token. Allah spoken, the moon's been in motion, the movement's supernatural, plus the language and Nokin. So I'm coming up fast like Ramadan's approaching. Can't lose faith, I got the hope in Shukran. I pin to see how far the mind Quran. I script scriptures, paint full pictures, trying to be more prophetic, a little bit more angelic, a lot less hellish. This the blessed mixture. Can I manifest with ya? Switcher. Can I be divine? Ooh. Can I be divine? I got the cue. I know what's essential to the soul. I'm from Buffalo. I've been ice cold. I ought to know how to raise the internal capital. I flow towards a garden and row across streams. See duck walks, pretty poodles, find a dove and green IVs. Can I be divine? I say, versatility is key. Or so it figures. Take 3 steps back to look at the whole picture. Mix of faith in the work. Oh yes, the elixir. Be the enigma. Jack of all trades is such a heavy hitter. Can I manifest with you under the rollers of blue sky? Pierce of white stars. I pray to step to embrace the sum of all. Yes, Lord. The true signal.
Assalamualaikum, man. If it gets too late, we should talk this weekend. Hopefully everything has been going with the school and everything. If not, we should talk. I love you. Love you, man. Assalamualaikum.
Oh, what a blessing it is to be a witness. A receiver. To be the son of a son who stood firm in the roots of responsibility. A believer. You see, my father is a gardener who helped nurture a couple seeds into bristling buds, blossoming the sun's flower. He fathered sunny days through harsh falls and spring showers. Coward? No, ironically cold-witted winter gray lace to ensure that the warmth of his love could withhold the cold of the buffalo snow. I know cold from the summer concrete. We rose, flow. Oh, did the rivers of reassurance and certainty flow? You see, I've never experienced a doubt of whether or not my father loved me. You see, my father is a gardener. 'Tis the season. Every season is a reason to convert the sun rays of compassionate masculinity into authentic warmth, even with divorce. The pressure of the nuclear didn't blow out the torch, a true catalyst. Pops cultivated a grounding bliss. Family pics captured much more than the moment. Memories ingrained the reassurance of family. Now this, a soul lift for the lives of loving shift. The kin got the brother, the photo, synthesis, a compost, a black hole, the form of genesis. Father, distance ironically brought us closer. Buff, ATL, my son, I'll still hold you. Put the belt down, the strength of my grasp on you. Man to man, she heart to heart. Yeah, I love you. 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 Father, a gardener. What a blessing it is to be a witness.
I heard from someone that it's a choice to be happy. I heard from someone that it's a choice to be happy. So, as I lay, reflecting on past life stages, flipping to my mind's pages, the roaring waters I've waded, I lay. Healing by love's remedies, guided by faith's entities, I lay. Grateful. Went from drowning in a long and deep despair to finally starting to feel worthy enough to embrace the warmth of life for what feels like the first time ever. I lay. I had my mind bear me alive to a place so deep I didn't think God could hear me breathe. And I believe that I deserve to be there. Now, I lay grateful. God, oh, you do still love me.
One step forth with love up on these black trees. When I spit, seek a man machine, trying to raise a heart to another piece. My black deeds, leave rooted like a black dog. No rocks, roll and box, check my CDs. Bridge video, connect flow to leaves. With the deep clean, the ink spills the sea. And it's so much I fuck around in poetry. Faith of a mustard seed, all I need. My black heat, my black need, my black deep. One step forth with love up on these black trees. When I spit, seek a man machine, trying to raise a heart to another peak. My blackness, resistance. Growth. From concrete soil to your turmoil. My blackness, persistence. Hope. I took your warning and made it fall. My blackness, resilience. Show. Broke your chains and pushed through doors. My blackness. Grace. Serenity. Gave your Father, Son's Holy Ghost, yeah, the Trinity, Lord, hear me now. Black man proud to be conceived by faith. I grew to become destiny's child, embracing the wisdom along the way, following the voice of the future, listening to what the beyond say, and she sang. 16 carriages driving away while I watched them ride with my dreams away. She said, 1 + 1 = 2. The dignity of simplicity. One piece of faith and one step intertwined to sustain an alignment, one prayer. And one step intertwined to sustain an alignment. This is enough. I am enough. I am.
I would like to say something. I touched on it earlier about how hard it is and how necessary it is for us to become and to remain humans. That means a lot. It It means not giving in to the comic book version of who we are. Not giving in to all this medieval rhetoric. It means not doing that. Doing what we know deep down what's right.
Hear ye, hear ye.
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 Public service announcement, fresh off the press. Too many folk don't be reading and just be thinking shit. No wonder why they stress. Listen to Malcolm X and a little most Def, but don't feel the need to read or listen to any black women. No Sojourner Truth, Alice Walker, Toni Morrison, Audre Lorde, Ida B. Wells, Bell Hooks. There's been a contradicting love. How you love black folk but don't respect black women? But you claim to be saved and not rooted in God's guidance. But I've seen the bigotry and greed in your heart. So now you're stuck on a trail of what the prophet sees, fucked up and failed to be what the prophet sees to fulfill prophecies. Is this your destiny? Hell, some introspection just might beseech you. Ironically, following Yahweh led us from Jesus. Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
So I have some news from the garden. Take pleasure with introspect to spark one's intellect's cradle, into let the best of you blossom stable. I heard from someone, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. I heard from someone, closed minds don't get answers, so let's read up. Accountability nurtures our pursuit of love and authenticity. You heard the news, but what do when your roots grow from a soil of lies and greed? So join a truth. Don't allow life's light to be determined by the darkness around. Charging, you want your mind to sharpen, at least walk a path in search of my mother's garden. Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
How you constant woke but constantly sleeping on theory. What say you? You disregard the minds that inspired your inspiration. Check your placement. You talk about love for liberation, but your movements have been committed to exclusion, abusing, proving you've been using tools in the schools of thought that continue to rot in the white supremacist standards. I can't stand it. Is Malcolm X really your hero? Is Malcolm X really your hero? You know, he sat still, engaged with flexivity, embraced accountability, and I reckon that you follow up to measure. Ironically, where X marked the spot, you couldn't embrace treasure. So take pleasure with introspect to spark one's intellect's cradle, into let the best of you blossom stable. Let's stay up the paw and look toward the black star to keep your sin at bay, and we can step to be most deaf in the most definite way. I say, hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
How you constant woke but constantly sleeping on theory. Where's the literature? Check the tone. E acting like more is sin. But with more sin than more sin. Lord, 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 when can we amend from the lies we've been given? Because since then, niggas been 6 cents. There's a whole lot of cheap talk. Costs like 6 cents. So I flow with ancestors, trick my 6 cents to keep my head wrapped. Now I got a 6 cents. Oh hell. Oh hell. And I to be well with the sound of a loud bell that hooked me to a lotus. So let's restore the focus, take the mind, poke this, check inside, hold this, feed it now, mold this. Where's your mind going? I have some news from the garden. Don't jump through hoops to actively ignore the nuggets and wonder why you stay pissed in. I may be selfish because I want to rise to the occasion. I have the solution. Let's not pretend. I'll start with the pen. I'm all in. Hoops, nuggets, piston, all in. I gave the answer. Now I bust sin. Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, hear ye.
What started as a joke amongst friends blossomed into an avenue for voicing my experiences with self-sabotage and voicing my growth with self-love. Shacoom is a state of being that's achieved once one begins a transgression against self-sabotage. It's not the final destination, it's a journey that encompasses a commitment to consistency, healing, learning, accountability, honesty, and love. Shacoom.
With the rising of the moon and the setting of the sun, from the depths of my ego, I crawled into an openness of self. The warming comfort of your embrace wraps my being and grounds me into the core of your love. But I haven't been worthy. My soul is clouded. My shame blinds me from what can be. My heart's still stuck in the past, too focused on the future, all while missing love's warmth of the present. And presently, I'm stuck in shame. I haven't been able to move from this space in what feels like forever. It's paralyzing. I had my mind bear me alive to a place so deep I ain't think God could hear me breathe. And I believe that I deserved to be there. But then I found hope. Within your love, serenity, hope, and the balance of the past, present, and future, hope, and the balance of the mind, body, and spirit, hope, and the balance of the heart. Umi says, give yourself grace. Abu says, you deserve to be your own blessing. Ken say, fear and faith may occupy the same space, but come love anyway. And take time to see the opportunity within your responsibility of being a blessing. Take time to see the opportunity within the responsibility of being a blessing. Take time to innocence and embrace an innocence, because in a sense, this brings us closer to love's innocence. From the depths of my ego, I crawled into an openness of self. The warming comfort of your embrace wraps my being and grounds me into the core of your love. I am here now. I am here now. With an open heart and open arms. And with the rising of the sun and the setting of the moon, embrace one step, the warmth of love, the Shacoom.